So just recently, Donald Trump posted an article by Charlie Kirk telling people to shut up about egg prices. Yes, that is correct. He wants people to shut up about egg prices. He wants people to stop talking about a promise that he made that he is not delivering on. Okay, listen, you orange-faced buffoon. You promised to lower prices. That was one of the main things you ran on. Now prices are going up. You promised that there would be more jobs. People are getting fired in droves because of layoffs that you are endorsing. You promised us that your little tariff war would benefit America, but you keep backing down from the tariffs. You promised that this would be the golden age, but all you've given us is a golden shower. Okay, so if you're so concerned about people who are angry at you for not lowering their prices, do what they say and lower their fucking prices. And tell your Republican colleagues to stop being cowards and hold town hall meetings. Okay, ignoring your constituents isn't exactly going to make them less angry at you.
Jennifer Piggott voted for Trump in the November election. Then in February, she was fired from her civil service job.
Absolutely, I feel a little bit betrayed.
She was among more than 125 people dismissed last month from the Treasury Department's Bureau of Fiscal Service in Parkersburg, West Virginia.
Yeah, okay, so this woman voted for Donald Trump 3 times. You just know her Facebook is filled with multitudes of posts throughout the whole entire election cycle stating that immigrants were going to steal the jobs. Lo and behold, an immigrant did take her job, but not the ones that she thought would. The county that you're from, majority voted for Donald Trump. Again, you voted for him 3 times. West Virginia, 70% of y'all voted for Trump. It's like blah, 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 the thing about no empathy, no EQ until it comes to you. You didn't give a fuck until it came knocking at your doorstep, the usual. It's like I've been doing this for so long now, and I just wonder, what is it going to take for you guys to understand? For the MAGA crowd to understand, we can highlight these FAFO stories all day long, and it's almost like they literally do not care until it comes to them. They will see another MAGA get fired as a result of Donald Trump, and then be like, well, must have been a DEI hire. It's like brick wall. But anyways, my name is Mercedes Chandler. Give me a follow. You won't see my face again. Thank you. Goodbye.
I never thought this day will come. Well, I'm going to regret what I did. I really regret voting for this guy. I'm working on this program for the Sound Power phones batteries. We're researching these batteries for these Sound Power phones, and they cut off our funding. It is really sad. You get to the office and they tell you, we're no longer going to fund your research for these batteries for these Sound Power phones. And what makes me sad is that these batteries were going to make such an impact on the lives of our deployed troops, especially the sailors out there. These are for vital communications on board ships. So I truly regret now my vote. And I hope more people speak up just like I did.
So it looks like Trump just admitted that he lied during his campaign to all of his followers who don't understand economics or inflation. He just told Time magazine that he can't actually bring down the price of groceries because that's hard to do. And that's not actually how things work. Inflation is the rate in which prices increase. And even if you bring down the rate of inflation, which is what Biden's done, you can't actually bring down the prices of things. That's not the way the economy or inflation works. So Trump was banking on his supporters not understanding economics or inflation, and looks like he was right about that. So I'm sure we're going to see a lot more promises broken and a lot more things that have to be explained to Trump supporters when he takes office, because turns out he lied about a lot of things, he doesn't understand a lot of things, and neither do his supporters. So good luck with that.
It was not even 2 weeks ago, this party, this administration was talking to y'all about transparency. That was everybody's favorite word, right? Transparency. Nobody has been more transparent with us than this administration. Nobody has shared more information with us than this administration. But since then, they have voted on legislation that you did not want them to vote on. They have fired people from the federal government that you did not want them to fire. They're saying they will not come out and do town halls anymore to talk to you, their constituents. And now the president is sharing articles written by Charlie Kirk saying, shut up about egg prices. On top of that, Howard Lutnick, the Commerce Secretary, is trying to tell everybody there won't be a recession, even though the Dow Jones, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, the NASDAQ, every other financial entity in the world has said explicitly a recession is coming. So how long are you guys going to keep blaming this on Joe Biden? I've asked this question before, but I'm really curious. How long is the Joe Biden excuse going to work for you? Because that's their number one excuse. The first time somebody asks them a question about something going wrong, they say it was Joe Biden's fault. How long is that going to work? Is that going to work all the way through 2026? Is it going to work all the way to 2028? Are you going to really sit back for 4 years and let them keep telling you that everything is Joe Biden's fault? Or let me guess, you guys are going to switch up and you're going to start saying, what would Kamala have done better? What would Kamala have done better? Well, she would not have done this. It's looking real bad for y'all. Seriously. I guess you just won't be eating eggs anymore. And if that's really what you voted for, all power to you.
So let me get this straight. We are now friends with Putin. It is now patriotic to support Russia. More importantly, it's patriotic. Instead of saying he can't fix inflation right now, it's more patriotic to say we were going to pay more. You guys got to get your head out of your ass, okay? Donald Trump is aligning to all of the behaviors of a dictator and a fascist. And if you can't see that, there is something really, really wrong. The fact that we have a government, leaders in our government who are willing to take the military against us. Search April 20th, okay? Search April 20th and some of the things that are going to start coming down the pike. They're talking about going after AOC because she's against what they want. They are talking about incarceration for people who don't align to their strategy, Project 2025, so to speak. So how long are we going to continue to act like this stuff is okay? I mean, all of you, it's not okay. You know, he's 2 months in. All the things he said he was going to fix, he didn't fix. Now, on our side, we knew this shit wasn't going to happen, right? You can't wave a magic wand and fix everything in a day. That's realism. So don't say you're going to do it. And all of you sat beside him or behind him and said, yeah, he can. Daddy's going to do it. What's he doing for you now? Because eggs are still $57,000.
I voted for him for lower grocery prices. He promised me cheaper prices on groceries. And that has not happened.
It's almost like the motherfucker who lied 30,000 plus times while in office did it again to secure a second term. And I have to commend you because unlike your cultist family members, you're not necessarily moving the goalposts. And you do get a participation award for that part. But let me explain to you something. It's something that we have been explaining to y'all the whole entire election cycle. And that is the president does not have a direct impact on inflation. There's very little that they can do to impact inflation. But the two things that they can do to really impact inflation that most people wouldn't do because it hurts the American consumer, Donald Trump has decided to do. And that is deport our undocumented migrants who make up 50% of our food labor force. That'll directly increase your prices at the grocery store. You know, that thing you're complaining about. The other thing is blanket tariffs. And I don't understand, because he told you the whole entire election cycle that he was going to do this, but you just refuse to research it and you believe that 2 + 2 = 5. I'm just not understanding. It was all right there for you to see, but you just chose not to. And as a result, you're fucking around and finding out, and I can't say that I feel bad for you. Anyways, my name is Mercedes Chandler. Give me a follow or you won't see my face again. Thank you. Goodbye.
So remember when Donald Trump said the prices were going to go down on day one of his second term? Yeah, well, a recent poll found that over a majority of Americans feel like prices have actually gone up since Trump's gotten back into office. But that's to be expected. Donald Trump does not give a shit about the American people. He was perfectly content to use them for their votes, but now he's showing that his only priority, his only interest, is himself and his billionaire friends.
Hispanic, and I vote for Mr. Trump. We vote for Mr. Trump. Yes, Mr. Trump, we love you.
A few moments later.
Beyond betrayed. They used us. They actually, during the campaign, and I don't want to make this political, but during the campaign, the elected officials from the Republican Party, they actually told us that he was not going to touch the documented people.
Well, y'all, I never thought I'd say it, but I'm going to say it. I regret voting for Donald J. Trump. I regret it. I regret it. I can't believe it. He is getting rid of the USAID. These people were literally making it so that people in Arab countries that throw gay and transgender people off of buildings, he was, he got rid of the program that was teaching them to have tolerance for those people. The USAID was spending millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of dollars to try to integrate transgenderism and all that into their daily life. We were spending millions upon millions upon millions of dollars to teach diversity to Middle Eastern countries, y'all. I mean, are you, for real? And now y'all are just going to get rid of it? Y'all are just going to get rid of it like that? You don't care if people that are gay and transgender are getting thrown off buildings in those countries. Y'all just don't care. And now I can't believe it, but I regret voting for Donald Trump. I can't believe I voted for a man that does not want to fund gay and transgender rights in other countries. I don't get it. I don't get it. They're just going to continue to throw gay people, transgender people, queer people. They're just going to continue to throw them off of buildings. And nobody cares. Nobody cares. We need to spend millions upon millions upon millions of dollars to try and get them to change. Will they change? Probably not. But the millions and millions of dollars that we're throwing at them, it could make a difference. You don't know. It could make a difference. It could make a difference. But now we're never going to know. We're never going to know, because Trump and his minions and that Elon Musk, who nobody voted for, by the way, okay, is just taking the USAID and throwing that money, into something that, makes sense. Like what? They're going to use that money to help homeless veterans or something? We don't need that over here. We need to fund diversity in other countries in the Middle East. We need to fund that. Why are we worrying about our veterans here? Why are we worried about drug addiction here? Why are we worried about anything here in the United States when we can be giving all those millions of dollars to the people in the Middle East to stop them from throwing gay and transgender people off of buildings? I never thought I would say this. I never thought this day would come. I really didn't. I mean, I thought I knew what I was voting for, you know? I thought I knew. But Donald Trump, man, he's just out of control. He's out of control. He's trying to save money for the American people by taking money away from organizations that are just giving our money to... they're just trying to diversify. They're just trying to diversify. They're just trying to make it so that gay and transgender people don't get killed in their native countries. I mean, come on. Come on. If we don't do it, who's going to do it? I can't believe I'm saying this. Donald Trump, how dare you? How dare you stop spending those millions? How dare you stop spending those millions of dollars to try and help those people not get thrown off of buildings when you could be helping? I mean, are you kidding me? And now you're trying to use that money here to help people here? I don't get it. I just don't get it. God, you're such an evil, evil man, Donald Trump. And Elon Musk, don't even get me started, okay? Don't even get me started. All I could say to you is, my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you.